Hey you guys, this is Erico and I am back again. I hope you guys are doing well. So let's get right into this. So I had like a lot of different thoughts on what was going on, especially surrounding this series called Killing Stalking and how many people love this series. And it actually came out a few years ago, and then recently there was the English edition that came out. Barnes & Noble's released it, many bookstores released it. Barnes & Noble's named it one of its top-selling books of 2022 in the LGBTQ category. This caused a little bit of a firestorm in their review section. And I happened to look and I was like, there are people really going crazy. And there's these different comments and many people just trying to disprove that this is a gay-themed story. And many people are like, it's more horror than boys love. And I'm like, well, what is boys love? We could talk about yaoi and how there's so many different layers to yaoi from Japan. And, you know, yaoi also influencing South Korea. And this is where we're getting like Killing Stalking and many other series. I'm also going to get into The Warehouse. I don't know if you guys know this series or not. I bought the first 3 volumes and I definitely want to dive into that one as well. It looks like it's kind of a play on Killing Stalking, but in a different situation. But the overall atmosphere and the art, I was like, oh. And I was like, I definitely want to see what this is going to give me. Because I hope that it gives me what Killing Stalking, at least the first part of the story, has given me. But there are many people that are saying that this series in particular has nothing to do with the gay community, and it did kind of make me feel weird because I'm like, we're talking about 2 characters that while their relationship is based on some dark, heinous stuff, like there's a lot to unpack. Like their therapist, if they went to therapy, they would turn their therapist into a drunk. However, there's a lot of different emotions that happen here. We're talking about 2 characters that still engaged in sexual acts. One character that clearly is infatuated with the other. There was a comment on Barnes & Noble's the review section. They were saying that, well, the one character is not even gay and he doesn't love the other character. How many yaoi series have we had, you guys, where this same situation has been a thing and many people be like, oh, this is so cute? We've had so many series where there's the gay character lusting after the heterosexual man, and in the end they come together some kind of way. Also, if we're gonna talk about, especially according to some of the review comments, about series being problematic, we're gonna have to go back and look at all of the series in the yaoi category, because we have some that, especially classic ones, that are very problematic, and then there's some that are very meek and mild and just very cute. And we have this different type of area, as you would say, where it's some that's very like hardcore, just sexual content, and then we also have the ones that actually have a good story, good character development. And then there's some stories that are like right in that gray area where they have a little bit of both and it comes together. But to say that yaoi in itself is a good representation of the gay community and that boys love is always a good representation of the gay community, no. Not at all. I can go through many series and just be like, yeah, no, no. And then there's series that I do think do a really good job, and it goes back to a lot of these series being created by women and how they feel that the gay community is, and also crafting that to appease the female audience that are actually buying this. But meanwhile, especially outside of Japan, there are many male readers like myself who do read these stories, but I'm not interested in all of them because some of them are very generic. So we have to definitely look at ourselves when approaching certain topics, especially a topic like this, and how is this a reflection of your feelings, especially your insecurities, being a gay person? Because I didn't even think anything about, how it made the community look or how I was reflected in this work. I don't feel reflected in this work at all. I just see it as a very crazy, whacked out relationship that has nothing to do with someone being gay or straight. There are crazy straight people. There are crazy gay people. Nowhere in my mind did I think, oh my god, people are going to read this and think that all gay people are like that. So I was kind of mind blown a little bit when I saw this, and I was like, especially when people were saying that it's not even gay themed, there is not boys love, and I'm like, but there's so many different forms of love, no matter how problematic. And this is something that I definitely accept. However, this is a work of fiction. Yaoi is a work of fiction, and no way in form am I saying that in real life that you should go and engage in any of these acts that happen, because especially with the yes means no culture that happens in a lot of these different stories, where it is almost like one character is forcing himself on the other, and it's like oh yeah, I'm gonna make you mine. And once again, a lot of fans of these different works find this to be cute. They find it to be very tasteful to them. And there's a lot of people that like bad things. And there's nothing wrong with that. We all have a little bit of that lust and that hunger and that desire to live on the edge and to be a little bad. But just know that this is all just an entertainment and a fiction that many people just like to enjoy. I enjoy the thrill of it, definitely. But in no way do I condone any of the stuff that happens in a lot of these stories. It's good to say that there's also like gay men coming out and creating stories as well, because they feel more realistic than some of the ones that you're getting from females who, feel like that gay people might be this way, or like kind of like that masculine feminine relationship and that dynamic that goes on in there. But you guys, there's just a lot of problematic stuff. Especially when dealing with this category of series comics. I mean, we could really just talk for days and days and days about the problematic stuff. And then the more wholesome stuff as well. Where, we have some beautiful stories. And even nowadays with like some shonen that you don't even realize, like they're mixing kind of like this gay theme in there, and you're seeing like different sides and different facets, and I love it. I'm really excited to see where this genre is going and how we're seeing different colors, and I'm excited to see where it goes in the future. So you guys, this is a lot to think about. Follow my social media, mostly my Instagram. Also have a blog on East Asian pop culture. The link is always down in the description box below. And remember, be real, stay real, live in the real, and I will always be back. Thank you guys for watching. I love you guys. Put your opinions about this below, and I will see you in the next video.